Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Dressing Room Debrief, where Chelsea left it late to get a smash and grab win over AFC Bournemouth at Bournemouth, winning 1-0 thanks to a Christopher Nkunku goal. And I have to say that was a very extremely tough watch. I thought the majority of the game Chelsea were quite poor. I thought Bournemouth were actually unlucky not to win the game. But they sort of in the second half they sort of dropped off a bit in their pressing, and that's when Chelsea sort of took over a bit and were able to dictate a bit more with their possession. I thought the quick start by Bournemouth with their traps, their press, and their aggression didn't give us time to settle. We were nervous, kept giving the ball away so sloppily. Tavernier hit the crossbar from distance, and they had a couple of shots from distance where we failed to close down. There was no one close to Bournemouth players, and that was sort of the theme really of the night. But we didn't get anywhere near their players. We were second to every ball. We just looked lethargic, like we couldn't be asked at large stages of the game. I don't know whether that's part of an international break hangover or what. Anthony Taylor, as usual, was the ref, and it's all about him these days. So he was setting the tone early at first, letting Bournemouth get away with little niggling fouls, disrupting the play. And then all of a sudden decided he wanted to book everyone until there was players that were already on yellows. There was instances where Smith should have gone in the first half for another foul on Palmer, identical to the one he got booked with. And literally minutes after, and then Cucurella did the same thing, to be fair, in the second half, got away with it. And so did another Bournemouth player, I can't remember who it was. And Taylor didn't think it was a foul, and maybe he thought because he looked at who it was, but he was dishing out cards left, right, and centre. I mean, he gave out 14 yellow cards, which I think was the record. And it's no surprise that he was the ref to do it. Every time he referees Chelsea these days, we know we're in for a long one. I just think he's a shocking official, to be honest. Every time I see him, there's always controversy or something happening. And it wasn't even a nasty game. It was, there was no like fighting or anything like that. There was no nasty challenges. And yeah, it's got the record for the most yellows in the history book. So yeah, anyway, back to the game. There was some, signs of nice play in tight spots. First half, not so much, but there was a nice ball from Colwell to Jackson, which was well saved by the Bournemouth keeper. There was bits with Fofana and Palmer in the opposition box, but in the end, sort of fizzled out. But yeah, just a bit disappointing today. We didn't really create many chances, and there was a bit of a can't be asked attitude. I thought Jadon Sancho came on for Neto at half time, and he was absolutely exceptional. And there was no wonder why the Chelsea fans were singing his name throughout the second half, because he was just class. He was great in tight spots, took people on, looked lively every time he got the ball, was linking up well with Cucurella down that left-hand side. And then no surprise, he got his assist for Nkunku, played him in. A bit of luck, I suppose, when Nkunku sort of bundled the ball through and then played it in the corner. I just thought the ultimate takeaway from that match was we were quite poor. Not sure them defenders can play out from the back. The amount of times we put ourselves in danger. A special mention for Robert Sanchez, who I thought kept us in the game for large parts of it. Made some great saves. The penalty save, people would argue, what was he doing for giving it away? But I don't think he did anything wrong. I think Fofana was really, really poor back pass to him, and it sort of left him in no man's land. And it was a great save, because if that had gone in, we probably would have lost 1-0, to be honest, or even 2. So yeah, fair play in Kudus, where credit where credit's due. I thought he was exceptional today, because he's a player that's, in myself included, has come under a lot of stick from. So yeah, fair play. And we've got West Ham away next, so hopefully, we play better than we do, because we'll have to at the London Stadium to try and get a win there.